our philosophy with my 505 is to learn how to, you know, find your confidence and your love for yourself, meaning let's make a change in our minds so we can make a change in our bodies.
Yes.
And that's why when we have the opportunity to do something with you, it's leading that. You know, how can you help us, teach us to start making that mental change, you know, of no longer looking at food as a pill to heal that pain that which you were talking about. Is we need to start looking into what's leading me to become an emotional eater, what's leading me to be sad, what's leading me to all that, and look back into, you said, relationships with our family, friendships, girlfriend, husband, wife, or whatever your partner is, it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely. When you look at the research, and you know, I go back to the research I did with the Biggest Loser contestants, essentially we found a few common themes we found in those that were most successful at having that type of healing you're talking about, internally, externally. And really what they were willing to do is they were willing to go within themselves and find out, okay, what is this all about? Is this really about my lack of self-control? Is that really what it's about? Or is it really about the fact that there was some pain that maybe I've swept under the rug and never dealt with, and that I was using food as a way to cope? And those people who were most successful at making that transformation were willing to go there. And it takes vulnerability. And it is important. It's important to go there and find out really what that part of you that you've denied for so long, and really kind of shed some light to it. And that's where therapy can help, certainly.
And that's why the people that get the gastric bypass or get the lap band but don't take care of that will lose weight, but they'll find another addiction, you know, because they never found the root of the problem that's leading you to, that one's eating and they're losing weight, but now they end up doing drugs or they end up doing alcohol or something else to it.
Yeah, the term for that would be addiction swapping, and that's huge, and that's very prevalent right now. And I think when you look at the population of people in our culture, it's all about how can I lose the weight and how fast can I lose the weight. We're all about results. Yeah, and the gastric bypass gives you that results in a very short time span. And I think really the fear I have behind that is what happens to someone's world when it's flipped upside down. And we're talking about people who have been chronically morbidly obese for nearly their entire life. Within 6 months, they shed all the weight. Everyone in the world reacts to them differently. They view themselves differently. And how do they cope with all that change? And like you said, have we really gotten to the root of the problem? And if we haven't, it'll manifest in a different way.
And we haven't changed our mind.
Absolutely.
We're still living in that 400-pound body because it went so fast.
Yes.
We haven't had the opportunity to change that.
Definitely.
Now, I love the fact that you said that your specialty is family, marriage, therapy that you do, which is, if we point out, it's just normal people that just want to better their relationship. They just say, hey, something's wrong here in our family. Can you be that mediator? And can you tell me the points behind your skills, you know, because this is a skill, you're studying and all that, to better our family, or to better my couple, or to better my relationship with that person. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're getting at is the fact that, I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier about psychologist, therapist differences, and the fact that a therapist is more likely to look at and honor the two different perspectives of the person in a reaction. So when I do couples therapy, a lot of what I'm looking to do is try to honor the context and perspective of one partner and also the other partner at the same time, and holding both realities and trying to find some compromise. And probably take me hours of video to explain all the other things that come in with that, but a lot of it's communication and you know, both verbal and nonverbal, and there's just layers of things that deal with attachment and other things like that. And a lot of it really does, at the end of the day, all roads lead back sometimes to, like, you know, when we're dealing with obesity, to the stuff with food. And so this is the context, I guess, a lot of times that sets the stage for obesity.
What we're going to ask our following to do is to email us or Facebook us questions that they want to ask that you can turn around and ask for us. We're going to actually do it once a month.
Great.
So we'll have them email it to us, and then we'll forward it to you, and then we'll make a selection with the correct one, and then you can make a small video for us and answer that question, you know, and those concerns. And obviously these answers are going to be very brief because it's not a consultation. It's definitely just to brief. Videos would be no more than 5 minutes.
Sure.
And I think our public and our following will definitely love that.